Remember those days as a kid when you'd see a box for a game, look it over, and that was about all the information you had before you rented it or bought it? Surely with today's new media culture, it's very easy to be informed of exactly what you're getting from the games you buy now. But is that a good thing? That's the topic of today's video. Now, of course, it's good to know what you're getting into if you're going to be spending your hard-earned money or perhaps allowance on a game. You want to make sure you're getting the bang for your buck, or that you don't have buyer's remorse. Information is key. But I raise the question, how much information is too much? When does it cross the line from being a helpful buying tool into ruining what you would have gotten out of the game before you even got it? Nowadays, every game release is preceded by a flood of video content, showing the mechanics and gameplay well ahead of the game's release. You find yourself watching hours of gameplay videos being streamed by people who get the game early, reviewers, and often the developers themselves. Once you get the game, you know what you're getting, and thus, even if the game is fun and well made, you're missing one thing: wonder and curiosity. The game you're playing, though it may be a good game, contains little or no surprises for you because you've already seen the presentation, the graphics, the animation, the special effects, the gameplay. The wow factor is long past from all the oohing and ahhing over videos and streams. This dense burst of feelings you should have gotten has already been dispersed over many months. I tested this with an experiment using a game I knew I was going to buy no matter what: The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I did something I've never done before. I ignored everything about it. I knew I was going to buy it, so what would benefit me from watching videos of it? Aside from the first trailer for the game, I saw nothing of it. All I knew was that it was open world and you could cook. That was it. And what I got was magical. Every aspect of that game surprised me. The combat, the vast world, the exploration, even the cooking. Why? Because it was new to me. I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know how it'd be presented. So when I got my butt kicked by the common enemies running around, or when I found out I could glide, or even when I realized how big the world actually was, I was amazed. When I played through Breath of the Wild, every single thing that happened filled me with awe and wonder, because I didn't know anything. I got to wonder, I got to be curious, I got to discover things, all because I didn't consume any media about the game beforehand. Would I have had the same experience had I watched gameplay of people running around, cooking and exploring the world? What if I watched people fight and saw the items breaking, or saw how the cooking worked? Would I have been as filled with awe by the art and graphics and the vastness of it all had I consumed hours of other people's gameplay? No. I don't think it would have been the same impact on me. Many games before that I watched all the gameplay and all the analysis videos before the games even came out. And when I got the game, even though it was good, there was no whimsy. I just started to think I didn't enjoy video games anymore. This is why I think if you're going to buy a game anyway, you'll have a better time if you go in blind. It's not a blind experience if you know everything before you pick up the controller. This experiment was to see if I could regain that childlike wonder I had when I was a kid, where I would just pick a random game at the video store and play it. Somehow even worse games seemed better because I got to experience them fresh. As I got older and the internet became what it is today, I lost that wonder without even realizing it. It was something that slipped away and I never saw it coming, because I was doing it to myself. I repeated this experiment again by avoiding every Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer and gameplay video because I knew darn well I was buying that game after waiting so long. And, what have you, the same whimsy and excitement arose with every little feature and detail I found. I feel this will be my new method of action from now on for games I plan on buying. I don't need to be convinced to buy them, so there's no need for me to learn about them beforehand and ruin my blind experience. Which is the most magical thing about playing a new game, not knowing what's ahead of you. Now for things you're on the fence about, I totally get watching reviews and being informed. But for things that you know you're going to get for sure, I urge you to try this. It might just bring back a spark you thought was long burned out. This has been Etsa, and thank you for listening.